All right, so I'm gonna make a short YouTube video. I'm even gonna put this on Edpuzzle because I'm having a hard time getting that to work. But this is just a short YouTube video to basically show you what you're doing for your remote work. Like I said in the instructions, this counts as 3 different homeworks. Most of it, the first 2 homeworks are fixing mistakes and then doing the correct solution. And then the last one's variables on both sides. So I'm going to do a little bit of at least one question per page to kind of get you understanding what you should be doing. And so here goes. So let's start with, I don't know, I just want to look at number 4, I guess. So this one, let's do number 3. That one might be more interesting because I think this is a common mistake here. So this person subtracted 4 on both sides. Oh boy, but there's a few errors here. Geez, so I already see here is 20 minus 4 negative 24? No. And shouldn't they brought down the negative 2 and negative 2x? Yes. So I'm going to write, explain the error. I'm going to write 20 minus 4 should be 16 and didn't bring down negative 2x. So that's the 2 things I saw for sure. So now I'm going to fix it over here. So I'll go here. This. Now, really nothing wrong with the first step, minusing 4 on both sides. But again, it's got to be negative 2x. And then 20 minus 4 is 16. Now we divide each side by negative 2. And you get for this one, the real answer is x equals negative 8. So that's how you do number 3 on the first page. They said it was negative 12. There's their mistakes, and that's the correct solution. All right, let's do one of these. Let's do number 7. So you have these interesting teachers at the bottom telling us different errors that they made. So let's see, number 7. Identify the errors, if any. So maybe there's not any errors. So let's take a look here. So distribute, negative 8x seems about right. Here it is right here. Negative 2 times 7. Shouldn't that be negative 14? Let's see, and then I think everything else was done correctly. So identify the error. I guess I'll just circle it right here. I'll identify it by circling it. That should be negative 14. So let's demonstrate the correct. I gotta see which teacher is telling me that. So did they properly use the subtraction? Yes. Did the student correctly distribute the negative? No, because so Miss Algebra, that's the correct person telling us the error. Okay, so now, they didn't drop a negative anywhere. Did the student properly reduce the final answer? They did. Yeah, so it was that one. So now I'm going to demonstrate the correct steps. So I'm going to go negative 2, 4x plus 7 equals 10. Distribute, negative 8x minus 14 equals 10. Plus 14, negative 8x equals 24. Divide each side by negative 8. And x equals negative 3. So the correct answer here is negative 3. So that's the first homework you're working on. Let's do one on homework number 2. I'm going to skip to, I don't know, I'm going to go all the way to letter F. So let's see if I can, I don't know why I chose this, but we'll see if I can find a mistake here. So 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 4h is 20h. That looks good. That looks good. Something seems wrong here. It looks like they did 20h, 2h, and a 5 automatically made 27h. So that's not true. It's just you're supposed to combine just the 20H and the 2H to get 22H. So I will just write error. Oh, some have more than one mistakes. I think that was just the only one. So the error I would say here is combining the 5 plus 20H plus 2H and getting 27H. That's wrong. So that's the error. So when I go to correct it, I'll fix it. I'll write, I'll just start. Well, I'll do the whole thing. 5, 1 plus 4H. Okay. So this part was okay. 5 plus 20H, 2H plus 27. All right. So here again, it should have been 22H. This should have been, the 5 should have stayed by itself. That's a constant when I combine these two. Equals 27. Should work out nicer. I subtract 5 on both sides. I'm left with 22H equals 22. So I divide each side by 22. And H should have just been 1 for that answer. And last but not least, variables on both sides. So for cohort B, we only did the reference, and I think cohort A, by the time you see this, we will have already done some more examples, so you might be a little bit more experts at this. So the last page, I just said try only the odds. So you're doing 1, 3, 5, but the answers are on the back here. So for practice, I'm going to do one of the evens for you. I'll do number 4. I'm supposed to get -1 for number 4. So you can copy this on your paper to get a little bit of help here. So variables on both sides, distribute there, -11 minus 5v. So again, as I'm doing this, I'm trying to get the answer from -1. So the answer should be -1 equals -3v minus 9. Which one's smaller? -5v, so I plus 5v plus 5v. So you get -11. This cancels, equals, remember the TikTok different sign, subtract. Keep the sign of the larger number. So that would be +2v minus 9. Then plus 9 plus 9. I think this is going to work. I get -2 equals 2v. Divided by 2, v equals -1. All right, so that's a video to get you started with your at-home work. The remote work, the other thing I posted for you is just some more variables on both sides, a Kahoot, and I think that will be good for this week. Have a nice remote work days.